For anybody that's expecting this to be about ham radio, you could leave right now. It's about radio, but it ain't about ham radio. Today, I'm talking about this Retevis RB48 FRS radio. That's what this one's about. This time on K6UDA Radio. Let's do this. All right, now that the trigger warning is all done, why am I talking about an FRS radio on a ham radio show when this clearly is not a ham radio? Let's go through this little Retevis and I'll show you what this thing is all about. All right, first off, the Retevis RB48 radios come in a 2-pack. That way you could turn it on immediately upon receiving your brand new radios. Grab a friend, pick a frequency, and go to town. Now, I looked on this charger and I only found one USB-C outlet, and I kept wondering why the hell would these radios come with this dual USB-C if it can't really use it? Well, kids, each one of these radios has a USB-C outlet on it for programming. I think you could probably reprogram privacy codes and maybe a few other things on these radios from your PC. So I'm thinking, yay, that's kind of cool. I could do a little programming on these radios if I want to, or I could just leave them the way they are. It's actually built fairly well. It is, as it says here on the radio, IP67 waterproof or water resistant. All the controls on the radio are fairly well marked. Fairly easy to read if you're not 61 years old. You turn the thing on. There's an earphone knob hidden away in the top here. So if you want to use an external headphone or earphone to listen to the thing. One PTT button on the side, one here on the front, fully functional. If I want to call my friend or anybody else who's on 3-19, I can hit the call button and it'll call that other radio. SOS button sends out a siren just like it sounds, and you can stop that siren by pressing the PTT button. Okay, like I said before, the menu is pretty full function here. I can change the channel. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 22 channels. Each channel has subcodes. Wow, that's a lot. So there's 121 possible subcodes from that main channel. Each channel would have 121 possible subcodes. So I don't even think there could be the busiest of events where every one of those codes on every one of those channels is going to be used. That to me is kind of cool. So if I just change the tone on one of the radios, it'll transmit, but the other one is not receiving. Oh yeah, it is transmitting. The other radio is receiving, but it's not breaking the squelch because of the privacy tones. But as soon as I do that and put them both on the same tone, it wakes that radio up, and one's showing up, one's showing down, transmitting and receiving. I could turn scanning on and it'll run through all its pre-programmed codes and all the channels. I could turn it off, goes right back to the one that I had turned on. If you press and hold the monitor button,
South of Nampa, moving south at 10 miles per hour.
You get NOAA weather radio.
Excess of 40 miles per hour.
So if you decide you want a Roger beep on the end of your transmission, you can do that. All right, guys. So the folks at Retevis did send me these radios to try out, and I give them the same promise I give anybody who is willing to give me something to evaluate for you guys, and that is an honest review. That's what I'm giving right now, is an honest review. All right, K6UDA, I am Scooter Mobile. Yes, mobile on the scooter with an FRS radio. Doing the SOS. Okay. Now I'm checking just a little over a quarter mile away here from the house, and checking to see if we still have reception and how good it sounds. This will be actually the first official check. All right, we'll start it off here, and hopefully we're at about a half mile from the house now, so half mile out, we'll see how good the reception is on the other side. So the other one is in Studio A. Yeah, it's in Studio A. Then we'll go out to a mile, and we'll see how that is. All right. So we're about a mile out. I'm going to fire this thing up now, and we're going to see how it does. Man, that sucked. I forgot to wear a helmet, goggles, or anything, so my eyes are burning. All right, we are now 1 mile out from the house. We'll see how this one does. We'll see if these little Retevis radios hold up to the rigors of the real world at, say, a mile away. Pretty flat terrain here, but there are obstacles. On the as far as the features here on this little RB48, fairly impressed. I like the fact that it's got a nice big bright display. It has 2 PTTs, safety yellow. So if this thing falls out of a pocket or is sitting on a bench somewhere in a barn, it's easy to spot. As far as the performance, around the ranch, around a 5-acre ranch, I think this will do very, very well. It's not too far away. There's not that many obstacles, and I've tested it enough to know that around here, yeah, they're going to work pretty much anywhere. If you take these out to the 1 mile mark, they failed miserably. All right, so Retevis is selling these for $100 for the pair. $50 a radio, maybe a little pricey, but hey, they're pretty well weatherproof. They look fairly sturdy. You know, it's not a Motorola, and you're not paying a Motorola price, but the convenience of having a license-free radio with all the controls on the front, and being able to set all the privacy tones might not be a bad deal. I'm not an expert in FRS radios, so it's kind of hard for me to gauge whether this is a good deal for a radio or if an FRS radio should be good out to a mile. Guys, if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, please do it now, and the bell notification right next to it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up because it does help. The algorithm doesn't like me, so hopefully you do. Anyway, guys, and if you like this kind of content, I can always do more. If you like less of this kind of content, I won't do as much. Trust me, I get hit up daily. These, especially Chinese companies, they want to send me stuff. They want me to review stuff. And I don't want to review stuff that you guys don't want to see. But when I saw these radios, they interested me. And if they interested me, I'm pretty sure a lot of you might be a little bit interested in it too. So, of course, I'm going to review something like this. Yeah, leave it in the comments. What do you think? Anyway, guys, that's all I got. I'm Bob, K6UDA, and I'm out of here. 7-3. Later.